All right, let's just get right into it. If you're a freelancer, you know this exact feeling. You land an amazing client, the project is a perfect fit, the money is great, and then it arrives, the contract. And it's, what, 15 pages of dense legalese? It looks like it was written by some medieval monk who had a serious grudge against freelancers. So what do we do? Well, most of us use what I like to call the sign and pray method. And this really lays out the terrible choice we've all faced, right? On one hand, you can pay a lawyer $500 or more just for them to tell you it's fine. And that's after a slow, frustrating delay that puts a gap between you and your paycheck. Or, option two, you just scroll to the bottom, sign, and hope to God you didn't just accidentally sign away the rights to your firstborn child. Yeah, neither of those feels very good. I mean, let's be real. This whole approach is completely outdated. It's a strategy that might have worked in the 90s, but it just doesn't fly for today's fast-paced global workforce. This is a huge problem, and it's way more common than you'd think. Okay, check this number out. 68%. What in the world do you think that represents? Yeah, that's the percentage of us, freelancers, who have signed a contract with a clause that could literally bankrupt us if a project goes wrong. It means the majority of us are walking around with these legal ticking time bombs just sitting quietly in our DocuSign folders. So how do these little time bombs even work? Well, they're not obvious. They're buried deep in the contract's complexity, and they're pretty much designed to be overlooked. So let's take a look at what these hidden traps actually look like. This right here, it's the perfect picture of what's called the complexity trap. See, companies use these super dense documents, packed with jargon about things like liability and intellectual property, as their own legal shield. They know you probably won't read it all that closely, and honestly, they're kind of counting on it. And that's the whole point, right? They are counting on you just to go with your gut. But as this quote here just nails it, in today's world, a gut feeling isn't a strategy, it's a massive liability. So I'm going to ask you a question, and be honest with yourself. Have you actually read the indemnification clause in your current contract? Or do you just kind of think it's a fancy word for don't worry, it'll be okay? The rule of thumb here is really simple. If you can't explain it to a 5-year-old, you probably have no business signing it. Okay. Enough of the anxiety-inducing stuff. Let's shift gears and move from the problem to the solution. This is where we stop feeling so overwhelmed and start feeling empowered. We're talking about a totally new kind of tool, a digital legal shield. And get this, the way it works is just ridiculously simple. You literally drag and drop your contract. No sign up, no friction, none of that. And in seconds, an AI analyzes the entire thing for risks, red flags, and all those unfair clauses. Then you get two really important things, a super clear score and ready-to-use negotiation points. So the first thing you get is this safety score. You can basically think of it like a credit score, but for your contract. It's an instant measurement of how fair the document is and what your personal risk level looks like, giving you a clear, data-driven snapshot of exactly where you stand. But my favorite part for sure is what comes next. The tool actually gives you negotiation scripts that are ready to send. So just like the slide says, instead of that awkward back and forth where you're trying to say, I'm scared of this paragraph, you can send a professional, logic-based rebuttal. It protects you without creating friction. It's basically a strategy engine. All right, let's bring this all home and see how it all comes together. Because this isn't just about finding red flags. It's about the feeling that comes after you've dealt with them. Genuine relief. This slide just sums it all up, doesn't it? The before and the after. You go from that knot in your stomach, those vague fears and gut feelings, to the relief of having specific insights and actual data. Suddenly, the power imbalance just evaporates and you have the confidence to negotiate like an equal partner. You know, at the end of the day, this is about something much bigger than just one contract. It's about achieving what you could call legal wellness, that peace of mind that comes from knowing exactly what you're signing. It's about finally taking proactive control over the legal health of your business. So I'll leave you with this one last thought. Go take a look at the last contract you signed. Is it actually protecting you like a shield, or is it a ticking time bomb just waiting to go off? The difference is, now you have the tools to find out for sure.